4 News starts now.
Hello and good evening. I'm Steve Eager. The fired college baseball coach who's getting national attention for his email response to a potential recruit tells Fox 4 News he might, in fact, challenge his termination. Mike Jeffcoat said he was rejecting the player because of recreational marijuana laws in the player's home state of Colorado. Jeffcoat wrote that the player could thank his liberal politicians for the rejection. Today, a slightly different tone from Jeffcoat. Mike Ducey has the interview. You'll see only on Fox 4. Mike.
Steve, I talked with Mike Jeffcoat at his home today. Not surprisingly, he feels he did not deserve to be fired because of this email. Jeffcoat's lawyers say they are considering all options, including litigation against the university. Texas Wesleyan officials called that email discriminatory, said Jeffcoat was fired in part because of that, in part because of unspecified NAIA violations. Jeffcoat spent 10 years in the major leagues, 6 with the Rangers, and had been head coach at Texas Wesleyan since 2002. His team this year ranked in the top 10 nationally. As far as that email goes, Jeffcoat feels that his language should be protected under the First Amendment of the Constitution, protecting free speech. Says he was simply expressing an opinion, says there's a difference between discrimination and political commentary. With that said, Jeffcoat admits that the tone of the email was more harsh than it should have been.
Well, like obviously I could have, should have, even, wrote it differently, responded back to the young man differently. It happened, kind of a spur of the moment thing. I remember I was rushing out of my office and came across, and I just kind of responded the way I did out of frustration from losing players in the past to drug test.
The line that seems to stick out when you look at it is obviously you can blame your liberal politicians for that. Would you like that one back if you had to do over again?
Yeah, I could have worded that differently. First of all, as we all know, it was actually the voters of Colorado. It wasn't so much that the liberal politicians instilled it. They probably had some influence on it and probably promoted it, but it was the voters of Colorado. And again, something else that I could have worded differently.
An high school player who received the email has said he didn't want to see anybody fired over this, but Jeffcoat was fired anyway, and now at 58, his coaching career could be over. I reached out to a Texas Wesleyan spokesperson for reaction to Jeffcoat's comments today, and the university says it stands by its decision. I'm Mike Ducey, Fox 4 Sports.